Listen to me. If you are standing on the precipice of retirement, or if you have already crossed that finish line, every single dollar and every single ounce of your energy has to be protected. You do not have the luxury to waste your hard-earned money or your precious time on tools that do not work the way you need them to work. You are trying to simplify your life, maybe run a small lifestyle business, or wind down a trade business you've built over decades, and you hear about this software called ServiceM8 to manage your jobs. You look at it, and the very first question you ask is, does ServiceM8 have an Android app? I am going to give you the straight, unfiltered truth about this right now, because what you don't know can cost you thousands of dollars in tech upgrades that you absolutely do not need to be making at this stage of your life. Here is the answer. Yes, ServiceM8 does have an Android app, but it is called ServiceM8 Lite. And you need to understand exactly what that word Lite means before you make a move. Let's talk about the problem here. The problem is a massive mismatch between what you expect and what this software actually delivers on an Android device. You see, for years, ServiceM8 was exclusively an Apple product. It was built from the ground up only for iPhones and iPads. Then they finally released this Android app. So you think, fantastic, I can use my trusty Android phone that I've had for years, the one that's completely paid for, and I can run my business. But here is the fear, and it is a very real, justifiable fear for anyone managing their money in retirement. The fear of the hidden cost trap. You download this app, you set up your account, and suddenly you realize you cannot run your business from it. The Android app is not designed for the business owner. It is not designed for the person doing the billing, managing the schedules, or looking at the big financial picture. It is designed only for basic field workers or subcontractors who just need to see where to go, check a box, and snap a photo. If you are the owner, if you are the one who needs to create invoices, take payments, or schedule the jobs, and you try to do it on that Android app, you are going to hit a brick wall. And that is when the panic sets in. You think, oh my goodness, do I now have to go out and spend $1,000 or more on a brand new iPhone or an iPad just to use this software? When you are retired or preparing to retire, cash flow is king. Spending $1,000 on unneeded technology because a software system forced your hand is a terrible financial decision. It makes me sick to think of you spending your retirement savings on hardware upgrades just because of a software limitation. So the question you must ask yourself right now is this: what is my actual role in my business moving forward? And what device am I willing to use? If you are winding down your business, if you are working by yourself as a sole operator, or if you are managing everything from your kitchen table, you have to decide if you are comfortable doing your heavy lifting, your invoicing, and your scheduling on a laptop or a desktop computer. Because you can use the ServiceM8 website on any computer, whether it's a PC or a Mac, to do all your management. Then, when you step out into the field, you can use the Android app just to view your schedule and log your notes. But if you are someone who demands full control right from the palm of your hand while you are out and about, and you refuse to carry a laptop around, then ServiceM8 on an Android phone is going to frustrate you to no end. Do not allow yourself to be backed into a corner where you are forced to choose between changing your entire smartphone ecosystem or abandoning a software you just spent days trying to learn. You must protect your peace of mind. So here is your actionable takeaway. This is what I want you to do today to protect your wallet and your sanity. First, look at your current technology. If you own an Android phone and you have no intention of buying an Apple device, go to the Google Play Store right now and look up ServiceM8 Lite. Read the capabilities carefully. Ask yourself, is it enough for me to just see my calendar and add notes on the road, while I handle my billing at home on my computer? If the answer is yes, then great. You can use it and it won't cost you a dime in new hardware. Second, if you realize you absolutely must have full operational power on your phone, and you do not want to switch to Apple, do not sign up for ServiceM8. Look at alternatives that are built to be 100% functional on both Android and Apple devices, like Field or Jobber. You have worked too hard for too many years to let a piece of technology dictate how you spend your money or how you run your days. Be smart with your business tools, be fiercely protective of your retirement capital, and make the software work for you, not the other way around.